This thought came to mind this week when I was just kind of contemplating some of the experiences that I have had in the past dealing with narcissist. And I'm pushing 70 years old. I've seen a thing or two. I'm trying to share with you some of the experiences that I've had and things that I've learned from them. And I have had some unpleasant experiences with narcissists and their flying monkeys. Okay, flying monkey, I'm assuming you know that a flying monkey is an agent of the narcissist, or we would say that it is a proxy of the narcissist. So the narcissist is in the process of manipulating you, probably in the discard stage or getting close to it. And all along, he or she, the narcissist, has been collecting data about you. Just casual conversation. He or she learns who your friends are, who your family members are, who knows you, who likes you, who doesn't like you, and they're storing all of this in their brains. Then it comes time to recruit an army of flying monkeys for the express purpose of attacking you. Now, what is the logic behind that? I don't think there is any logic. It's just totally irrational. But the narcissist has this state of mind. The most important thing to him or her is boosting his or her ego. That's pretty much it. They are dependent upon inflating their ego. That's not logical in my mind. That's not reasonable. But to that end, they try to get other people to help them. And one of their ways of inflating their ego is deflating your ego, of putting you down, of defeating you. And one of the ways of defeating you socially is recruiting your friends, your family members, people that you barely know, sometimes just a clerk in a store that you talk to once or twice. The narcissist will go in, and I've actually had them do this to me. I mean, actually stalk me and follow me into a store. I learned later. And they would recruit people who work in the store to hate me. They say trashy things about me, a smear campaign. So I'm wondering, what's going on inside the minds of these flying monkeys? Why do they do that? And then I stopped to think, have I ever been a flying monkey? I mean, have I ever been pulled into this trap by a narcissist where he or she used me to against other people? And the fact of the matter is, we may not like to admit it, but I think all of us at one point in time or another, on one level or another, have been used as a flying monkey. So we talk about them. Maybe we ought to talk about us. Why do we do that? Why do we fall for that? Well, again, drawing on my experience, I've noticed that narcissists like to project a sense of justice when they're recruiting flying monkeys, when they are recruiting narcissists by proxy. By that, I simply mean that during the smear campaign, when they are trash talking you or trash talking me, what they will say is that you have mistreated them. That somehow you have taken advantage of them. Maybe you stole from them. Maybe you're not fair to them. Maybe you're not a good, if you're in a romantic relationship, maybe you've not been faithful, and it's all lies, or they're embellishing immensely just to make you look bad. But the flying monkey picks up on this. And they see you as a bad guy, and the narcissist is viewed by the flying monkey as somebody who has been abused. I just totally flipped, right? The scenario is backwards. The narrative has been inverted front to back. You are now the bad guy, and the narcissist, who is really the abuser, presents himself or herself as the abused, and the flying monkey buys that. He believes it. She believes it. So they have the sense of justice. Yeah, we got your back. Speaking to the narcissist, we're going to help you get this guy. Speaking of you. And they go forward with it. I've actually had people do that to me. Some of them still are, by the way. Fortunately, there's a good number of people who come to their senses, and after they think about this for a while, that could be months or even years, but a lot of these people, fortunately, actually do come around. All right, number 2 is this. There is this social phenomenon called dog piling. It's kind of like the herd instinct. Everybody's doing it. It must be the thing to do. One person gets up and walks away, then everybody gets up and walks away. I don't know what that is, but there's something that triggers our mind that we follow the crowd. And dogpiling is when people pile on you. So the narcissist recruits one or two people, and then it grows from there. He develops or she develops momentum. And now you don't have one or two people trash talking you. You don't have one or two people who are on the smear campaign with the narcissist, but you got a whole group of them. And they're just piling on you. Some people do this by design. Narcissists, I believe, do this by design because it's effective. And by the way, the reason I think narcissists do this, among many other reasons, is because he or she knows that the truth is going to get out, that he or she, the narcissist, is going to be, their mask is going to be taken off. They're going to be seen for the bad guy that they really are. And they want to make sure that doesn't happen. And the way to make sure it doesn't happen is to make sure that nobody listens to you. Because you know the truth, and you are the source of the truth, and there's nothing that a narcissist hates any more than the truth, because that rips away their mask, their stage costume. So they recruit this army of flying monkeys, and they just dogpile on you, and you are the bad guy, and nobody is going to listen to you when you try to tell them the truth because, well, you're the bad guy. So flying monkeys not only have a distorted sense of justice, but they have a distorted sense of truth. They've got the truth absolutely positively backwards. Number 3 is because they feel that you have betrayed them. Classic trick by a narcissist. And again, I'm drawing on my experience. A narcissist will go to a friend of yours. And remember, I said earlier that what the narcissist will do is they will listen to what you say about your friends. They're building in their minds a database. And now they got that information. So they go to your friends or your family members or maybe that clerk at the store, and they will convince your friend that you said something critical, negative about that person. Well, guess what? Maybe you did. And you should not have. But typically what will happen is you said something about this person in the course of a conversation, and it wasn't intended to be critical. Maybe it wasn't even critical. But the narcissist knows how to embellish that. He or she knows how to take that and twist it so in the mind of the flying monkey or prospective flying monkey, it sounds like you were attacking that person. So now the narcissist and his recruited flying monkey, they're what do you call them? Co-laborers or whatever. They're in this together. And you get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people like this where they're all ganging up on you. Again, that's dogpiling. But they honestly feel like you have betrayed them. But I've had that experience where I have seen good friends, been friends for years, and I didn't know they've been listening to the narcissist in my life, but it became very obvious when I saw them because they had this hateful glare in their eye. They just stare you down. Yeah, now I know about you. That's what they're thinking. First couple times that happened, it really threw me off because, man, that just never happens. But then when it started happening, and it happened more and more frequently, I began putting 2 and 2 together. You know what? I was thinking to myself, well, what's wrong with this person? Well, they know, the narcissist. And when you have several people doing that to you, and the one thing in common is they all know the narcissist, then you can go to them and you can set things right, hopefully. It doesn't always work. Sometimes once somebody feels betrayed by you, it's hard to win them back. It's hard to win them back. And the narcissist can be very convincing. And they often are. Keep in mind that this is what they do. I mean, they spent their whole life doing this. They are well rehearsed. And it's not just you. You're not the only victim. So they're very good at recruiting flying monkeys and keeping them on a leash. Number 4 is, this is the one I think that bothers me the most, and that is flying monkeys just don't think. People just don't think. That's a human trait. We are not thinkers, we are reactors. We walk by faith, not by sight. Somebody tells us something and we believe it. We believe our ears always before we believe what we see. So somebody can know you for years, for decades, and be your good friend, your good trusted friend. Spend 5 minutes with a narcissist and they believe what they hear. To me, that is dumbfounding, but that's just the way the human mind works. And again, nearly 70 years of experience, I've seen this multiple times. Because we tend to believe what we hear. And the narcissist understands that. And the narcissist knows how to give these people an earful. I mean, again, I said this earlier, but they're well rehearsed at this. I mean, this basically is what they've spent their entire lives doing. They're very, very good at convincing other people that you are the bad guy and that the narcissist is your victim. And again, they just flip the narrative. So number 4 is the flying monkey just isn't engaging his or her brain. So sometimes you got to stoke the brain of the flying monkey. Not always easy to do, but particularly if the narcissist, say for example, the narcissist has an arrest record. And the flying monkey doesn't know that. Through my studies, I have come across several occasions where there have been people who have taken advantage, narcissists who have taken advantage of people, abused people. And these narcissists had serious criminal records. One guy was convicted of murder, and he was sentenced to death row, and he got off on a technicality. And he befriended some woman in Britain and moved out of the country. She had no idea. She thought he was just her new love interest. Well, she found out eventually that wasn't the case, but they don't know. They don't think. They don't stop and think, this person talking to me who seems to be so friendly, so cordial, so honest, so down to earth, somebody I can really communicate with, they wouldn't lie to me. Yeah, they lie all the time. That's what narcissists are good at. So you see those 2 rectangles on the screen. If you like what you've heard and you want to keep on going, just click on one of those rectangles and we'll keep on talking. But if not, thanks for stopping by and we will see you all next time.